March 23rd, 2:35 p.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. We are nearing the end here.
And immediately thrown back into the fire.
Court is now reconvened. I assume both sides are ready?
I think he's got the right amount of uppers and downers this time. Yes, Your Honor.
I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why don't you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth?
Maybe he had a little too much of the downers. This is nothing, Your Honor. I don't want to talk about it.
What's wrong with Edgeworth?
Looks like something unexpected just happened to him.
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on, Miss, whatever the fuck her name is, this note.
Yeah, Your Honor, unfortunately, we've discovered that the note is a forgery. What?
What?
I'm actually surprised.
What?
This note was not written by Miss Impasse herself. It's a fake. Which actually, I'm
a twist.
Yeah, I actually didn't expect that.
Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what's going on? If this was not written by Mr. then who wrote it?
But we need more time to do more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matched that of the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida.
Mr. Corrida?
Yes, he was a piece of shit too. Well. It looks like Miss Impasse never left a note at all.
So, Corrida started the rumor that a suicide note went missing.
So he was playing the long game.
Oh God, he's been. Wow.
Wow, this case.
That's cold.
This case really is just awful. He never wrote anything about Engard.
What a horrid mess.
So he got himself killed.
Is it any worse than Edgeworth's case?
That
was more clean cut than this.
Yeah, I mean, for a while we didn't know how bad Juan was, but no, he pretty much got himself killed at this point.
Unintentionally, but he did. Because it was his plan that essentially got him killed.
Your Honor, even though this note is fake, it is indeed a fake. I agree. Even though it's fake, it is fake. Could not have known, and that remain the facts. They're unchanged. I want to go home. I want banana pudding.
That does sound plausible.
This theory that Engard had no idea that.
Ooh, thank you for the sandwich.
What is so wrong with that? I feel like we gotta present something here.
Yeah. You know.
The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. Engard to have known it was a fake. Yeah.
Well, it would have to be because of the.
It would be the cameras.
The camera, probably any of these things that he was using to spy.
I imagine it's a camera.
I mean, they all work because they're all part of the things that were spying.
What is this little thing called again?
Video camera, Your Honor, with a very small one, but.
Oh,
right, a camera. You kids and your fancy toys and your...
Judge, you're like 50. You're not that old.
Does somebody want to get him to a hospital? Yeah, I feel like he's had a stroke too many.
I had like 5. I'll be fine.
It's because he was spying on the victim, isn't that right? If that were true, then this means Mr. Engard would have known the victim had forged the note.
Going right into it.
So then, the defendant knew this note was, forgery? And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way.
Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. Engarde's motive for murder has suddenly disappeared into thin air.
But, Your Honor, not as if Mr. Engarde monitored Mr. Correa 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Engarde didn't know of.
Right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth.
I like Kirby.
Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery in an unknown place?
It's unlike Edgeworth to make unsubstantiated claims like that.
Well, again, like, this is innocent until proven guilty. It's up to him to prove it.
Prove it, no you.
Bitches, calm down. It looks like this time I will be the prosecutor.
Oh no. I want to be the judge then.
Huh? Oh, never mind then. As you were.
As I figured, it came down out to this after all.
Mr. Edgeworth, you are not making any sense.
Even when I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. Question is, next.
What next?
Prosecution can't prove Mr. Engarde's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle.
Well, I think I follow you there.
Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time.
Oh, yeah, sure, whatever.
This is where things really get interesting, again. However, this witness is a little unusual.
Hey, can I get another dose of that thing that you just gave
This
me?
is not like him at all.
Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is the person, Mr. Edgeworth?
Witness is the one perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelley to commit murder?
That's impossible. Who in the... No such person exists that can answer that question with such certainty.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. Who is this, witness?
It's...
Yes, I'm waiting. Bated breath.
the man himself. Shelley the Killer. Sorry, I had to say it all dramatic.
Mr. the Killer, yes. What? Shelley the Killer? You mean the killer? I mean the assassin.
God, I'm getting goosebumps from this all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's an interesting twist. There's been a lot of twists in this specific case. Yes, Your Honor.
He's coming here? To the witness stand?
Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is very unusual circumstances. It's very weird.
Well, Mr. Wright,
Yes?
is this right with you, Mr. Wright? See what I did
Choice
there?
here? Can't really do much else to drag this trial out.
I know, I'm very clever, don't
The
worry
defense has
about
no
it.
objections, Your Honor.
I wonder if it really is alright to do this.
Very well, the prosecution calls our witness to the stand.
Edgeworth, is there really no way left to us?
Now then, witness. Your name and occupation, please. Oh, MJ was the killer. He kind of gave him like a French, Russian, like basically enemy spy accent. That's kind of how he looks. So you can.
I see. Very good, sir. My name is Shelley the Killer, and I am professional assassin.
I say, what is going on here?
Your Honor.
How can you remain so calm? And what is the meaning of this two-way radio?
Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now and came with a condition. As we do not trace its source, Mr. Killer will testify to this court.
So this must be what that urgent phone call was about.
Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court of law. First of all, I'm gonna need a double shot of the next one, And we can even be sure that...
Witness, please present some sort of proof that you're Shelley the Killer.
I understand, but please wait a second.
Nick, please, I'm so hungry. He's a monster. He keeps getting me with McDonald's, no cheese on the burgers. It's truly awful.
Maya!
How cruel! Voice! Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from the... Excuse me.
The defense has no objections to this person.
Nick,
We are
please.
satisfied that this man is indeed Shelley the Killer.
He doesn't even get sauce on the burgers. They're so dry.
That's terrible. It looks like we have run into yet another unexpected event. Excuse me, I have burger in my mouth. Sorry. Well, it doesn't seem that we... Yes, I would like some extra barbecue sauce. We have too many choices under these circumstances, so...
Now then, witness, one thing I would like to confirm before we speak on anything else.
And what would that be?
At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corrida, is that correct?
It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corrida.
Sorry, I just finished my Big Mac.
I hope it wasn't too dry, like my like the burgers.
Actually, it had extra sauce. I was quite delighted by that one.
Oh, I think we know where Maya's sauce went. Now that we have answered this question, let's move on to the name of your client.
I mean, isn't it possible that the sauce is poisoned then, if that's the case?
No.
Very well.
No, because that means Killer had to have gotten it.
Yeah, he could have just picked them up from McDonald's and just not gotten sauce on it. I mean, most people don't know what he looks like, so except for a couple of us now.
There is something I must state first. To an assassin, there was nothing more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the only reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client.
Mr. the Killer seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us.
Ooh, yes, I would like those ribs.
Well, he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor. Mr. DeKiller is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief.
You mean about his trust between his client and himself thing? It seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. What in fact is love, Mr. Wright? Baby, don't hurt me.
No more.
I love that song. Goes perfect with so much brooding and anger.
Okay, there's one that stood out to me here. And it's this one. He says nothing's more important between a client and himself, yet he's willing to give us the identity of his client.
Yeah, not to mention, if you weren't here for this, Sam, but we essentially learned that trust is essentially broken already.
I mean, he was already willing to give the testimony to it. So I was
not by the killer.
Yeah, Matt. Oh yeah, Matt was, had a camera in the room and was spying, so he saw the killer kill.
Yes, and he's planning on blackmailing him to stay off his track.
I see.
So the trust between you and your client.
I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust my client are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome.
And that is why you're testifying in this manner.
This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name, so my clients
Oh my
can
god, so
trust
he
me.
just literally just fucking someone stab you in the back and break your trust?
It has never happened before, but if it ever did,
Yes.
that person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would, certainly. That's enough. Please, no more. Meet a gruesome fate. Very well. I was only a hypothetical, of course.
That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that would be very bad for them.
It doesn't matter to me. The client has already broken the rules and acted outside of the prescribed role. The role? The person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. You. Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? To the gentleman who spoke just now. Excuse me, but would you care to die? No, I didn't say a single thing.
He had better watch himself.
Okay. Well, hold on. He said something broken. Oops. But now he says nothing more important.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that
Can we
makes sense. Like,
can we press this?
is that
Like,
even a thing?
can we press this again? Is that going to give us another dialogue thing?
Yeah, like I'm like, is that even a thing?
I trust my clients are discreet about me.
It's not giving me the fast forward, so I think that there is something different here.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's a thing, apparently. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know because we couldn't present. We had nothing to present.
Yeah, like there was nothing we had. Okay, I'm sorry, but I was just wondering about something you just said. You said your client had already broken the rules.
A person who frames another is the worst kind of woman.
And that's why you feel you can betray this person?
I have no trust relation. I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role.
Just my luck, an assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured?
There are rules.
Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic?
It gets better and better.
If you can't, I'm afraid we can't proceed.
Everyone understands your point, I think. Really.
In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek.
You have made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe that we are ready.
Excellent. And that's the reason I'm on this here witness stand today.
Okay, I was. There had to be something added. I couldn't find it. Oh, whoops.
What is it?
Now I can't bring myself to ask.
You can't ask him, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness, what's the name of your client who requested the murder of Juan Carita? Who asked you to zap his balls?
That person's name is Maya Edgeworth.
Maya Edgeworth?
Adrian.
Hold on a second now.
Adrian Andrews.
What? Witness. That's not who you told me it was earlier.
Wait, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews.
What? Bullshit.
Something definitely happened.
This can't be on the phone earlier.
What's going on here?
My guess is Mr. the Killer just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. I'm sure in order to get an audience with his court, Mr. the Killer told him a different name, Madame Guard, perhaps.
I knew it.
This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie.
But you were the one who summoned the witness.
You Shelley the Killer.
My testimony is the true. The defendant at the moment is Matt on guard, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. I didn't know how to pronounce that word.
He's still not lying.
All of a sudden, it feels like we can actually win this.
Yeah. The thing is, that's not even a lie.
The prosecution has failed to provide a murder of provide this suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, Mr. Wright, you let your pants fall. We have heard from Mr. the Killer's client, who requested the murder, was not the defendant at all. Edgeworth, your shoes are untied.
No.
With all this evidence, you must realize that your shoes are in fact untied. And Matt Angard is innocent.
It seems to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please, continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. Beep. Beep the same French.
Le beep.
Bailiff, bring us Miss Adrian Andrews immediately.
What now? With the way this is going, Ungard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. That bitch owes me Tree Fitty.
Edward was right. The killer is lying. On guard.
Can you speak up for the class, please?
Mr. Wright, I must ask, why is your 6-year-old very tall? Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would have absolved the defendant?
Judge, I'm 8.
Oh, excuse me, why is the 8-year-old as tall as a full-grown man?
Channeling magic, Your Honor.
Your Honor. Oh, wrong voice. Yeah, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelley the Killer is certainly lying under oath.
It wasn't... Oh.
It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please. The testimony just now, it was all one big lie.
Miss Andrews.
The note may have been a fake, but that man, he's the reason Celeste died, and Juan's death. It was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. He kind of... I mean, they brought each other to their own worlds.
Yeah.
That testimony just now, you have to believe me, it was a horrible, horrible lie.
But Mr. the Killer himself has testified. He has named you as his client.
No, that's not true.
Also, there was quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and button donning the Nickel Samurai's costume.
That's...
You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste impacts.
This is when he decides to use his brain cells?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. All of a sudden, he has everything on full cylinders.
I just took 5 shots of cocaine.
Oh,
You wanted
what?
to follow her?
I didn't take a
And
shot of
you
cocaine.
Well, I had to melt it down first. I would say you have plenty of reason to want them both dead.
I mean, yeah, but I didn't do it. Mr. Wright. You know the truth, tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is, tell them. Please, help me. Phoenix cannot deny a maiden, what's in distress. A maiden in distress, that's the word, what I was looking for.
Damsel.
Damsel.
No, maiden.
Mr. Wright, I'm pretty sure the phrase you're looking for is damsel.
But maiden sounds nicer.
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe that damsel sounds excellent, but we've reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I will ask the defense for any final words or opinions.
We know the answer. Or the trial.
Now, request it continues.
Phoenix.
I can't do it. I can't accept I'm not guilty.
You are a lawyer.
I know. But Matt Ungard is a killer, a murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I am no better than Matt Ungard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face that fact. That is because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten Ungard convicted so many times over by now, but he never took a single one of them. If I take this verdict now, I'd be betraying his trust.
Trust.
Hot.
Yes,
I mean, what?
Huh?
Mr. Wright, please keep it in your pants.
The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. the Killer.
Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright?
Right.
I had a piece of chicken in my mouth. But, that witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done.
I'm not done yet. To see through the witness's lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. Still more to do. We're not done yet.
Alec doesn't like to read the blue ones.
Yeah, no, I know. I like to improvise those more.
Yeah, most of them is you going,
Very well.
Yeah.
The trial will possibly continue within the city. Mr. Edgeworth, please re-establish connection with Mr. the Killer.
Right away, Your Honor.
Has a verdict been reached yet?
For that, we would like to talk to you a little more.
About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need of me for?
Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That's how things are usually done.
What are you talking about? Usually done.
But what shall we have him testify about now?
Mr. Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail.
You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court?
Honestly, I would not mind going at least one of these days just to see what it's like.
Same.
Not like this, I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah,
As
it's
I've
boring
already-
as sin, is from what I heard.
As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead.
Not true. We've proven that already.
But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules.
Let's all look at the door.
Why do you want to keep looking at the door?
It's wobbling, is it not?
Points to a corner of the room where there's nothing.
Objection, that door is fine.
Okay, carry on, Mr. Edgeworth.
Anyway, we gotta cross-examine.
But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, the defense will question the witness. As if I have a choice here.
Look at that shit-eating grin.
Oh my god, he's back.
Huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense case. Hello.
The real
Welcome to the court.
the real judge, please stand up.
Oh, sorry.
Who the fuck are you?
I am the killer.
No, I'm the killer.
So many imposters.
I'm getting a headache.
Phoenix, what do you think of this?
I'm getting a headache is what I think.
Phoenix,
I don't
no.
understand what's going on anymore. What the hell has been happening? I went to the bathroom.
That makes two of us.
Well, you were gone for quite a while, so I decided to take over.
Well, I'm going to beat you up.
Well, you can't do that because I have the lawyer badge.
You can't do that because it's the end of the
I have
episode.
the gavel.
Is it-
We'll solve this in between. We'll see you guys later. Goodbye.